Carolyn Jackson's show was an interesting program in terms of the evolution of kind of television or broadcasting history generally. Carolyn Jackson started her career in educational television through KLRU, essentially a San Antonio and Austin public broadcasting entity. She was then recruited to come to KTBC to essentially take over for a kind of afternoon women's program. And what they found was that it wasn't just women paying attention to this program. It was actually everybody.
I'm talking with actor Richard Pryor. Let's meet Fran Drescher and Jay Leno.
Sure.
Largely an interview show where she'd also kind of do various tasks or talk to different people. And so they repackaged it instead of like a women's program, they repackaged it as the Carolyn Jackson Show. Over the last 15 years, we have been really pleased at the archive to have been able to partner with the Office of the Governor's Texas Film Commission on a program called the Texas Film Roundup, in which we talk to individuals, organizations, museums, and say, hey, we'd like to come and help digitize your content. One of our earliest participants was Carolyn Jackson. Carolyn came to us and said, I used to have a television show here in Austin, and I haven't had the ability to access those tapes or those films in a really long time. Is that something you could help us with? And we were thrilled that one of our earliest participants in this kind of unique program was such an important figure in Austin television history. What we have been able to see and find and actually use in so many different places now has been her amazing television interviews with celebrities. Anything from Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill with the premiere of Star Wars, back before anybody knew really what Star Wars was all about, to the cast and characters of Animal House. She would actually meet these people in person, whether in Austin or whether on kind of press junkets. And these were the films that she wanted to be able to see again. They proved very popular. If you take a look at the credit sequence for the Carolyn Jackson Show, you immediately see how different Austin is today. Here she is, she's kind of in the middle of Congress Avenue, and you can see how different. The community is on a very kind of basic architectural geographical level. So I think it is an interesting moment to see that intersection between local, national, and global. Here's Carolyn Jackson trying to encourage in many of her interviews. I think she's interviewing Gene Wilder, and she's saying, hey, come and visit Austin.
You've been lots of fun. Thank you. Come to Austin, will you? We'd like to have you in Austin, Texas sometime. We have lots of fun in Austin.
Do you?
Yeah, we really do.
What do you do?
We come on a train. There is a train that runs through Austin, and I'll meet you at the depot.
Okay.
Okay. It's been lots of fun.
It might be a little bit easier to sell Austin now to some of these folks, but it's an interesting moment to see just as Austin is transitioning out of a particular moment of time and into our contemporary environment. For me, Carolyn Jackson's legacy is fairly significant. As I said, kind of on a personal note, I will always remember her very fondly because she entrusted us with her very precious artifacts from her career, of which she was really, really proud. I would argue that she played a very important role in championing the production scene here in Austin on its very local level and on the state level, because not only did she work in terms of her own career with local television and kind of nonfiction programming here, but she also was influential with her work with the kind of nascent Texas Film Commission that came out of the Office of the Governor and with whom we still partner today. It's really an important organization that she from the get-go was championing. So I feel like throughout her career, she really balanced and provided a model for many of us who have such great investment in our local communities, but have aspirations to see not just her own career flourish, but to see the state's film and media production industries flourish as well. So I feel that she's a really, in some funny ways, I think she's a great kind of emblem or poster person for us in the field of media preservation and particularly local media preservation.